And I attribute it to the fact that I've been doing the mindful meditation or the watching of the thoughts throughout this week, that there have been times throughout the week when I'm either at work or out and about that I start getting anxious or annoyed, something's ticking me off, and I suddenly catch myself or catch those emotions, and then I start realizing, oh, look at me watching my emotions. Look at me. Why am I feeling this emotion? Why am I feeling that way? And instead of letting my emotions kind of get the best of me and start controlling how I would react, I start catching the emotion, try to understand why I'm feeling that way, and then I guess what you'd call the will or the mind, which is above the emotions, starts taking over, and then I start putting things into perspective. And I guess I then am in a position to start reacting in a more rational, controlled way, opposed to just letting my emotions, run the show or run how I would normally react. So, and I put that down to the the practice of watching your thoughts first thing in the morning. Because if you set yourself up in the morning to start watching how you think, then throughout the day you'll automatically start doing it. Whereas um, if you just get up and carry on, you just resort back to your normal habits, your normal mental patterns, I guess you would say. So that's been really, really helpful, man. The more you do it, the more it becomes natural, I guess.
Yes, I noticed that you're smiling. I noticed
Mm.
you started talking about that, and then you smiled like you look like you're happy. So,
Mm.
what do you what does it feel like to notice? So you're becoming aware of
Mm.
your awareness.
I think
You're
it's
noticing. You're noticing.
yeah, no, and I think um I've like I guess it makes you happy because you feel like you're in control. I think it's a lot of people, their emotions run them and they're very reactionary. And when you get set into a pattern or a way of being, um, you you're not in control. You're like you said, you're the chemicals in your brain are what's controlling you, opposed to the higher, the will, the mind, the spirit, um, run the show. So yeah, and I guess that feeds into the whole like addiction habit things. People want to run back to their comforts, their crutches, whether it be drinking or drugs or whatever. Um, Whereas if you could look objectively at yourself as if you were looking at someone else,
Mm.
go back to their addictions and their habits, you'll be like, oh, that person's not in control. Their habits are controlling them. Their emotions are controlling them. Mm,
That's right. There is a spirit of anger. There is a spirit of fear.
mm,
There's a spirit of depression, a spirit of lust.
mm,
Like these feelings and sensations in your body, they inhabit everyone's body. That they are something that's universal to all people. And when you're unconscious, they ride you like a monkey riding an elephant. They're in
mm,
charge, and they just run away. The elephant goes and smashes everything up, and then
mm.
later on you wake up and you go, why did I? Oh no, what just happened? Why did I do that?
Yeah.
But what you're practicing is you're already very quickly already you're developing a higher self that is practicing watching. Your spirit
Mm.
is becoming in charge. Your spirit is taking control, and it's exercising your will to like stay present, watch your thoughts, watch your emotions. And it's astonishing to hear. Like, how long have you been working on that?
On and off for a couple of years, but I think the accountability thing, you have it kind of prompts you to actually do it, because it's easy to let yourself off the hook if you're
Yep.
not if you're not accountable to someone else. I mean,
Yep.
I let myself off the hook all the time, but I think being in this group and everybody being like, oh, I'm done, and you don't want to be the one guy's like, oh.
Exactly.
Plus, I see you calling people. I'm like, hey, check in. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't want to be that guy today. So
As simple as that. As simple as that. I know it's like I was having this discussion with a new client who it's someone that's just joined the accountability group, and he was saying, "Oh, I just want to do it myself. I feel like I don't need that. I don't want to be in part of that group. It doesn't make sense to me." And I asked him some questions, and then later on he said, "Well, the only reason I actually even did it is because I knew that I was going to tell you that I did it." And I was like, "Exactly." And he was like, "Oh, right.
yeah.
It's just the way that your brain works. I'm it's social pressure.
Mm,
It's social pressure. You're in a little group of people, and they're going to do it. So if your mind tells you, like, what's wrong with you? Like, can you not do this?
mm.
Like, it would be embarrassing. It would be embarrassing not to do it because it's trivial. It's easy, right?
Social pressure is a powerful thing.
Indeed. So without that,
Mm,
it's just you, and you can just part of you goes, you don't need to. And you go, oh, but I should. But it's like, nah, don't worry, it doesn't matter. Nah. And you just don't bother. You allow yourself off the hook. Whereas with just the small pressure of knowing, well, these other strangers, those people I haven't even met, but they're doing it. And I said I would do it. And they can all see. They can all see if they want to, they can go look in the members and just see, oh, did I do it or not?
mm.
So it exposes you. It shines the light of accountability on your behavior, and it's a very small behavior,
Mm.
but it's having massive impact. It's having big impact on you already.
100%.
So what have you been journaling about?
Um, well, I mean, I guess this past week it's just it's just the tick boxing that you've been telling me to do. So just prayer, journal, meditation, tick, tick, tick. And then I've been writing also just little personal to-do lists in there as well.
That's
Like
good. That's good.
just things for work put in there. I need
Perfect.
to work out today. I need to finish this important task at work today. And yeah.
That's really good because it's teaching yourself to hold yourself accountable.
Mm.
It's teaching yourself that you do the things that you say you'll do. So that's really good. When you do
What
your morning journaling, what is happening? What's coming out?
I mean, I guess at the moment it's pretty basic. I watched your video that you posted the other day on YouTube though, and I thought you had some good points in there because I mean I'm not someone that journals like
Yeah.
ever, but I think you had some good points in there about how
I want you to rephrase
just
that. I want you to rephrase that. I journal every day.
I journal every day.
That's right. My journaling is quickly transforming my life and making all my dreams come true. That's you.
Okay, so my journaling is transforming my life and making all my dreams come true.
Okay, I want you to write that
Uh,
down and add quickly. My practice of journaling every day is quickly transforming my life and making all my dreams come true.
I think another good thing about journaling, and it's only just because I've just started doing it the last couple of days or the last week or so. Um, that when you journal, and even if it's just something as simple as writing a to-do list and putting down what you want to accomplish during the day, you have a chance at the end of the day or even at the end of the week to go back and just flick through and just see how well you did. And it's
Yes.
almost like a little test to see, are you following up on the things that you want to do or know you
Yes.
should do. Um, it's kind of like a performance review for for yourself.
Yes.
um, which is good because I mean, if you don't, I think the whole accountability thing is good with regards to being in the group, but I think also the journal is also a way of being accountable to yourself.
100%.
So when you go back and you see, oh, I didn't do that. Why didn't I do that? I was just being lazy. I should be better. And you kind of are holding yourself accountable
That's right.
as well. So I do see the benefit of it. It's just like you were saying in your video the other day. If you're not good at journaling, just start by saying, I'm going to start journaling. I don't know what to journal about. I mean, just getting the ball rolling, and it's something that I aim to become better at. I mean, I don't want I don't want to write novels every day or treat it like an actual diary, but to get up and be like, all right, I'm going to do this, do my meditation. I plan on working out today and keeping on top of this and accomplishing these tasks or that important task, whatever it is, and just striving to be better. I think that's a good tool to have
It
if you use it
really is.
properly.
It really is. Can I add something to that? Can I add an idea to that?
Yep.
Sure. So one of the really, really powerful ways that I would urge you to use your journaling in the morning, but man, like I take mine with me, especially when things are a bit tense, which isn't that often anymore, but I used to have it with me everywhere. I would take it in the car, everywhere I go. And anytime I notice that I'm having repeating thoughts and overwhelming emotions that I don't really want to be feeling, and also really good thoughts or really good emotions that I want to be feeling, I'll just pull out my journal and write about it. You know, and a really good idea is to write out exactly what you're thinking and feeling, and then, like you said, with your awareness of your awareness, then you gain a deeper awareness. This is what I'm thinking and feeling, and your spirit, your higher self, examines that and it questions that. And
Mm.
what you might find is, well, I don't know, what's something that, can you give me an example of something that was frustrating you at work? When you said, I noticed I felt a anger or
Yeah.
frustration or.
Oh, it was. I think it was mainly to do with So I'm running a fairly large project, um, and we're getting to the later stages of the project where completion is going to be in early March. But with Christmas and New Year's coming up, most companies and suppliers start going quiet. So it's just this mad rush to get as much done as we can before Christmas. And there's so many design changes on this project. And but the project managers just kind of last minute throwing things at me. Oh, we need this, and check with the supplier, we check with the architect of this design change, and it's my my list of things that I'm trying to do is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's at that stage where I just start getting a little bit overwhelmed and like,
Yes.
how am I going to do all this stuff? Like, we need to know the answer by Friday. I'm like, dude, firstly, it's a short week, and secondly, you've just given me this to do on top of everything else I have to do. And it was at that stage I started feeling like, a bit overwhelmed, and I started getting angry. And there have been times in the past where I get a short fuse when I'm under pressure, and I start, you know, probably reacting in a negative way.
Yeah.
Whereas I started catching myself getting overwhelmed, and it gave me an opportunity to just kind of take an objective step back and be like, okay, I'm getting overwhelmed. Why am I getting overwhelmed? Okay, because I'm getting pressure from this guy. I'm getting pressure from that guy too, and this supplier isn't calling me back. So again, just start prioritizing things. Okay, best way to do is talk to the supplier again. Try to manage expectations. Call the architect and tell him that I'm not going to have his answer probably until Monday. Called him, let him know he was okay with it. Relay that to the project manager. Everything kind of falls back into place instead of like getting overwhelmed and angry about things. Just okay, getting angry. How do we solve these problems? How do we make things run smoothly opposed to just reacting when the next person comes in, puts another thing on my to-do list. I just, can you just leave me alone instead of being like that, which I tend to do sometimes. Just be like, hang on a
Yeah.
second, let me finish this first, and I'll get back to you. So the
Yeah.
whole managing your emotions and how you react and how you want to react, kind of like you said, there's a higher self. React how the ideal version of yourself would react.
Yeah.
opposed to lashing out, you know.
Yeah. So that's a great opportunity. Like, do whatever you want to do. But what I would love to see you do is, like, it would take you 1 minute or 2 minutes to pull out your journal and write down, this guy is giving me these tasks. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling angry. And question, where is this coming from? And it might be, I'm just making this up, I don't know, but it might be he doesn't care that I'm busy and overwhelmed. He doesn't notice the fact that I'm under pressure too. All right. And I'm just making this up. I don't know what it is for you, and then you might realize, oh, when other people don't notice or don't care that I'm feeling overwhelmed, then I react way more angry about that than really is necessary. So because what you've done is really excellent, bro. It's really awesome, and you have reacted super well. Like you've kind of skipped through everything that I just said really quickly, which is perfect. But I'm just highlighting that there's an opportunity for you to even go to a deeper layer. And what that will do is, oh man, the benefits are hard to explain. Like, for one thing, you just go through that in a second, instead of it taking 30 seconds or a minute. It happens immediately, because you know about yourself. Oh, when oh, this person, when they do that, I feel this way, and it becomes automatic. But as you get better and better at that, you'll find yourself be clearer and clearer, and making better decisions, and prioritizing certain things and releasing other things that don't matter. And you know they don't matter, but you're doing them because they comfort the part of you that wants to be seen. In the example I'm giving, it's like, if you because this is me, I'm talking about me. It's like, oh, this person doesn't care that they're affecting me this way. When I'm aware of that, then I can choose to make better decisions, about where my time should go, instead of trying to put a bunch of energy into making them see I'm overwhelmed and you shouldn't be doing this. I just let go and do the thing, or at a later time when I'm calm, I communicate to them, hey bro, when you I really need more lead time on these changes, because and if you, when you show up, like you in control of yourself, you said in control of yourself, that's good, very good way of seeing it. Another way of seeing it is as your true self, truly as you, as the spirit. When you show up like an angel, when you show up, you're really just connecting with God much more deeply. Christ is coming through you, literally. I'm just going there. When you have that energy, people are like, whoa, that they change. And it happens on a spiritual level.
Yeah,
You can
100%,
sort of
man.
see what I'm talking about.
No, I definitely can. I think this is where, like, our theologies are very, very much aligned. Because this is why I asked for you to just remind me of what those different levels of spirit, will, mind, emotion, body are, because I think and this is something I've been kind of reading and thinking about a lot, is that I do believe, and I think you're the only person that I've talked to that kind of thinks the same way as well. Like, we're not just animals that kind of are reactionary, that run on instinct. There's different levels to us, and in a way, I think the purpose of life and the purpose of humanity in general is to become, and you being an Orthodox, you know about this, is theosis. It's union with God. You want to be, you and God need to be like this. The whole purpose of life is not to be God, but to achieve that union with God, to let God
Be like God.
to be God, like God, to let God work through you. If God works through you, you're fulfilling your purpose in life.
That's right.
And I think that the fall, like the fall of humanity, is that we've abused our will, and wanted to become more like God, to be God ourselves instead of letting God be God and work through us.
Essentially,
And
that's correct.
when you do that, you fall to a level of like almost animalistic, where you are letting your your bodily functions, your
Your
bodily
passions.
desires, your passions, your lusts,
Yep.
the things that you want, that instant gratification. That is
Hmm.
your, people live for their hedonism opposed to
Hmm.
living for God. And I think that's one of the causes for a lot of the world's problems, that people are living for their own pleasures, they're living for their ego, they're living for themselves. And when there's people living just for their own selves, they're the master of their own universe, and there's just so much separation from God. There's just That's when darkness reigns, and I think that's what we are.
100%.
We're in this world where it's just there's so much separation from God, that when you meet other people that are doing, they're trying to let God shine through them. I think those are the people that shine the brightest, man. There's not too many people like that, and I think trying to make a brotherhood of like-minded people, and I'm not an evangelist. I don't believe that you go out there and like these street preachers and, hey, repent. But I think if you can show people what Christ is like through your own actions, I think that's the best way to evangelize to people. Like Jesus said in Matthew chapter 5, let your light shine before men that they might praise your Father in heaven. I think that
Exactly,
is
bro.
that is not so much that you're out there just evangelizing and telling people to repent. You're living your most authentic life, which is where you're in union with God, that people can see that God is working through you. And then they're like, I want whatever you have. Why are you like that? It's like, well, it's because
Totally.
me and God are like this.
Yeah. We're best buddies.
100%,
Like,
man.
and it's really crazy, bro, because yeah, it's really out of it, dude. It's really, really amazing, fulfilling way to live, bro.
Mm,
It's a moment to moment adventure.
mm.
It really is, dude. It really is, bro. I'm covered in goosebumps right now because yeah, it's you never quite know what's gonna happen, bro.
Nah.
It's like the best book you've ever read. It's like watching the best movie you've ever
Mm,
watched. And it's just happening in front of you.
mm.
It's like choose your own adventure book, you know?
That's exactly what I think it's like, man. It's like a choose your own adventure, or one of those video games where you choose what happens next, and but you have the decisions. It's like that in real life, and
It's
I
like
think
in real life.
people don't realize that they actually are the hero. It's the hero's journey.
You
Everybody
are
has
the
the
one.
chance. Yeah,
You are
everybody
the
has a
chosen
chance.
one. Yeah.
Exactly. But people just don't take that mantle on themselves. I mean, everybody has the chance to be the hero of their own story. I mean, and how boring would a video game be if there was no challenges, if there was no levels to level up to?
And
But
no
people don't
stakes.
realize, and no stakes. But
Like,
the thing is, we have the ability to level up for real in real life and overcome these challenges, do these side quests in real life. But
and we're
nobody does
playing
it.
with real money. We're playing
Yeah,
with real money. And it's actually more
mm,
precious than money, more precious than silver and gold. It
100%.
truly is. Like,
Mm,
we're playing with, the stakes are so high.
mm.
Ooh, my goosebumps ain't going away, dude. Like, I can tell you, I was just saying, it's like the best movie ever, the best video game ever. The
Mm.
stuff that's happening behind the scenes right now for me is crazy, bro. Like, God is going to do amazing things. And that's why people say to me, oh, thanks for helping me. Thanks for, your work. And I'm like, I don't know if you get this, but like, I'm just watching. Like, I'm just having fun. Like, I'm just choosing my own adventure. I'm just trying to stay committed, close to God. And his mercies are new every morning. It is
Amen.
glorious. It is unbelievable. And I have such a crazy vision of what's going to happen, and I have expectation. I have faith. It's already coming. Like I
Mm.
already feel it, and it's already coming. Um, and that's why I want you to do. That's why I want you to get better at journaling, because that's in the beginning was the word, dude. This is literally how it works. And that's
Yep.
why I'm highlighting to you to be conscious of how you speak about yourself. and not say I'm trying to, for example, I'm trying to change this habit. I'm changing this habit.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not. I got you to write down. What did I get you to write down? I'm quickly transforming my life, and all my dreams coming true. And when I asked you to do that, I felt like, I kept telling me if I was wrong, but I felt like there's a little bit of resistance for you. You're like, oh, I don't know. Some part of me is like, oh, I shouldn't write that down. Is that true or not?
Oh, maybe on a subconscious level.
You don't think so? You didn't think, oh, that's weird. I wasn't expecting that, or
Uh, oh, I mean, I'll have to reflect. Maybe there was. I can't remember.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe that's just me. That's what I saw. I thought you were like, oh, okay, oh, okay, all right. I see that all the time with people. I'm like talking to them, coaching them, and then they say something. I'm like, no, and I say, I want you to say this, and they're like, okay, haha. They say it, and I'm like, and I want you to write that down, and they're like, whoa, crap, okay, whoa,
Yeah.
like that makes it a bit real.
Mm.
That's like holding you accountability to yourself. And what this ultimately comes down to, bro, all the stuff that I'm teaching you, all these different practices, your morning routine, you said when you do your morning routine, it sets you up for the day, which is 100% true. And checking in the accountability group, it's a small thing, it's a tiny thing, it takes seconds, but there's other people, they're going to do it too.
Mm.
What this is all doing, and watching your emotions and asking yourself, where does this come from? Is this me, or is this some process, some spirit, some demon that's writing me?
Mm.
All of this is ultimately self-parenting. You're creating an internal father. We've I don't know about you, but my father's not perfect. My earthly father is not perfect. He's a good man, but he is not perfect. And this is why the Bible clearly states, honor your father and mother. We have to elevate them, because if we don't, then we're screwed, because they're inside you. They're inside you. And the practice of having a routine, caring for your body, caring for your things, caring for the people around you, not flipping out, learning to do all that stuff, creating a plan for your future. That's what a good parent would do.
Mm.
That's what a good father would do. He would hold you accountable and say, son, you said you were going to do this.
Mm.
I need you to follow through.
Yeah.
Son, it's not appropriate to waste all your time doing things that don't move your life forward, because you're going to be a man one day, and you have to take responsibility for yourself and your family. That's what a man does.
Mm.
And all those, like you're adjusting, you're growing that father inside of you, and it is the father. It is the, it's just like you're saying, it is a beautiful thing, dude. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
man.
And I mean, you've been doing this for like a week. Just wait. Like in a month, you're going to be like looking back and be like, I can't believe how different I am.
Yeah, I think the thing is I've known about a lot of this stuff for a long time.
Yes.
This is why I think we click quite well, because I think we're on the same page a lot of this stuff.
Yes.
But it's just that once you are being held accountable by other
Yes.
people, and you have to check in, I think it takes you to the next level, because like I
Yes.
said earlier, it's easy to let yourself off the hook, and I have a terrible problem with procrastinating. It's one of my
I'm
vices that
learning. I'm learning to overcome my procrastination. Write it down. Say it to me. Say it to me.
I'm learning to overcome my procrastination. Why is this out of focus? There we go.
Yeah, and write that down. Write that down. Yeah, your webcam or whatever it is keeps trying to refocus on you. I think it's because your head is not in the center of the view.
Yeah.
Like if you tilt it down a little bit, it will stop doing that, I think. There you go.
Sweet.
No, I was wrong. It's doing it again. Maybe a little bit more. Doing it slightly less though.
Have to get a new one of these cameras. Try that.
That looks good.
That'll do.
Yeah. There we go. It's because there's a little infrared sensor on it that's trying to find how far away you are.
Okay. I actually did buy a new camera. I just haven't installed it yet, but I'll make sure it's done next time.
It's not doing it now, so you're sweet.
Sweet.
Great job. Great job. So yeah, what have you heard from our session today?
I think just with the whole from my discussion on the whole mindfulness, just kind of reemphasizes the importance of keeping that practice up. Also the practice of journaling. Like I said, something that I haven't done really before. I'm starting to. I'm gonna get better at it, and I do see the benefit of there's just a little bit that I'm doing. Like I said, it's kind of like you're keeping yourself accountable.
Yeah.
And now what you've just said to me now about how it's almost like a father figure. You know, you're reflecting, you're holding yourself accountable, you're you've got this inner reflection. I think all this stuff it's powerful stuff, man. And I think as long as you practice it, then yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some major changes within myself.
Awesome. You mentioned that your wife is pregnant. Congratulations.
Thanks, bro.
Do you feel like this work we were doing, what effect is it going to have on the way that you parent?
Absolutely. I think it's gonna to help me. I mean, because the thing is, I know that I'm not perfect. I'm not the best version of myself. And there is a lot of, what would you say? Like, there's a lot of immature qualities that I still have about myself that I need to prune, and I've got, less than 9 months, maybe 8 months until my little one arrives. So my goal is between now and then to try to, as much as I can, become a better version of myself and be in a position where I'm ready for fatherhood. I think that's like my main goal at the moment. I just want to be in a position where once baby comes, I can look at myself and be like, all right, that guy's ready to be a dad and try to raise the best kid that he can. Because at the
That's
moment, I look at
beautiful.
myself and I still, like I said, there's still many childish, immature things about myself that I don't like, and I know I need to get rid of. And I think this is just going to help, um, prune those things away and
For
improve
sure.
myself.
For sure. I agree. Can I make some comments on that?
Go for it.
Thank you. The younger a child is, the more sensitive they are, and the more their parents' behavior affects the rest of their life. It's the early years that set up the later years.
Mm.
Just like when you get up in the morning and you set your mind for the day, then that carries on. It's the same way. And the thing that, because these things are all fractal, it's the same patterns repeated at different levels, always.
That's a great point.
Thank you. The number one thing that you can do to effectively model good behavior, good character, and to your children, and to effectively parent them, the most important thing by far is the way you handle your own emotions. It's really that. I mean, and you're doing very well in literally 1 week. This is our second session. You're doing very well. But you're setting up a legacy for your whole family, bro. You know, you're creating generational wealth here. of course, that means financial, but that's very important. But that's merely a tool. It's a form of energy. You know, it's your mental freedom. You know, that you're going to pass on to your children automatically without even having to think about it too much. It's the state of your heart and your soul. It's your character. So I applaud you. I'm proud of you because, trust me, babies can be challenging. They can really push you, and it can be hard, you know, the lack of sleep, all that stuff. So, you know, by the time your first baby will be born, bro, that's you. I can really see you having so much more clarity and spiritual vitality. You know, woo, spitting facts here. You know, like having your soul organized and structured in the correct way, so that you'll be like a loving father. You'll be that kind, generous, stable, loving father.
Yeah, that's a goal.
What an incredible gift. Like, you'll be one of the real ones. Your child will be so blessed, like very few people are, to have that energy present in their life. It's really the love of God, like covering and blessing the family. I feel like a little tear coming to my eyes because I wish that my dad was like that. I mean, he was, but he wasn't, you know.
Yeah.
And I was, but I wasn't, you know. I could have done a lot better, and I didn't have this kind of guidance, you know. So yeah, I hope you hear what I'm saying. Like, you're doing it inside yourself, and that will carry on to everyone around you, and none more so than your own children. So I'm super stoked. I'm super proud of you, dude.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you. Like I said, I'm just having fun out here. I'm just watching the coolest movie that's ever been filmed, you know? Like, what is cooler than that? I dare you. Like, you know, you know, like, what is better than that? I don't know, dude. The only thing better than that is my next client. I'm going to do the same thing with. The only thing cooler than this is the fact that I'm doing it with a whole bunch of people, you know? And yeah, soon it's going to be big rooms, and then big auditoriums, and then big concert halls full of people, and everybody getting saved. That's the reality. That's the thing that buzzes me out, dude, is that, like, I'm getting paid to teach people that they need to pray. Like, I would not have guessed that would happen. That was not in my script. That was not what I was thinking was going to happen, you know?
Yeah.
But like that, I'm talking to them. I'm like, yeah, you need to do this. Like, really? I need to do that. I'm like, yeah, afraid so. You have to do this. And they're like, oh, that's weird. Okay, I guess I'll do that. I'm like, oh, on your way, you get to it. Then get to it. You know? This is what we're here to do. And yeah, like you were saying, not in some weird preachy pushy way. It's not like that. I'm just like, you want this? You want to have this? And they're like, yeah, I really, really want that, you know? I'm like, well, there's only one place where you can get that, you know? So yeah, man, my time is pretty much up. Do you have any final comments?
Nah, man. Nah, thanks for your time, dude, and appreciate the work you're doing. And we'll keep it up.
Let me just ask on camera, you're okay with me keeping this recording? And I think I might just upload the whole thing to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
Okay, just bear with me a moment while I stop that.